welcome back to Let's Play. I'm gonna jump. I'm gonna fucking do it. No, I'm not doing it. Okay, Chiba, what was your intro?
He's not actually gonna do it. And our intro is right now. We're just gonna be grinding through, and we made it into the cave. And right now, after talking to Chirin, we actually meet him again. And yeah, we're talking Clay now, and proceed with Chibo doing the American accent. What is TH?
What is the age?
TH, teach.
Oh,
wait,
it's just short for the two of you.
Oh, okay. The two of you seem a bit more rugged than the last time I saw you.
One of you's got massive tits now. It's the boy.
Exactly. A little bit of, anyway. A little bit of titty. You've been streaming on TikTok?
Is that so? Yeah, I have been streaming on TikTok. Wow.
By that by?
No, it's
you
by.
Folks seem that.
By the by.
I'm messing it up. You do it. I'm sorry.
You gotta just sound like Dutch or Arthur, and you'll be fine.
I'm trying, dude.
Arthur.
But each time I'm doing some other fucking accent that's really not doing justice for Clay.
All right, it's my turn to do
Clay
bad
deserves
accents.
best. Yes, do it.
By the by, you folks seen that Team Plasma crowd lately? After all the trouble, we gym leaders met up and had a chat. Go. Well, we've got no clue where they are. It's like they're hiding under a rock. Nutch! Arthur! Stick to the plan, Arthur! Well, not much
Need
to
the
do,
money.
but wait for them to move. Anyhow, this is none of your concern. Squirts like the two of you should just enjoy traveling with your Pokemon. Nipple Twist Mountain's a fine place to suck. You'll have some fun if you just leave this here path. Well,
I like it. It's really good.
better
continue.
you just see it yourself instead of listening to me yammer. Be seeing you, fuckface. Feel free to train yourselves on my mountain for as long as you like. You know it's a fucking mountain? Dutch! Fuck the plan! Get the mountain, Dutch!
Dutch, we're bleeding money. We're bleeding people.
Dutch!
We don't even have that much in our gang right now.
Dutch,
You know what I
we
really
ain't going
like
to
about your
Blackwater.
illustration?
Dutch, no Blackwater. We're going to the mountain. It's full of Pokemon you can use to sell for money.
Oh my god, I can't believe you actually said Blackwater because in Blackwater, before all the game starts, that's where they have all their trouble. And you actually referred them to turning to that. You're not really a fan. You're just like a poser. Are you a poser? Oh my god.
Listen, am I a poser if I actually like the prologue to the game? Where they're in this mountains and stuff?
I'm just messing with you.
I really like the prologue.
But I like the urine iteration of Clay. You said it like a real big
douche,
pedophile.
Hey, you know, he's been in a
just
mountain
doing
for too long. You know how it goes.
Yeah, and I did it like a real Texan guy, you know, just like totally, just like I'm attend to my real Reddit-dashes, you know, all of them. I love Reddit-dashes, you know, even the fucking Alolan ones, you know, the little pony ones, those are my favorites.
Little pony. That's pretty funny. Aha, so funny, Mark.
That's why we're here, you know. Chibo is the down and you're the up. Sometimes I'm the up and you're the down.
I have down face.
No comment.
That's fine. I got forever long face. Oh man, I'm down the dumps. I made that joke in Donkey Kong playthrough I'm doing recently.
Oh my god, he's
it's
actually
funny.
recycling jokes.
I know, it's like, who am I to decide if I can recycle jokes or not? Like, who decides
You know,
that?
when I thought you were recording would be a game,
No.
and I would be like the wild card of making shit up, and
The
you would be
wild
like
card.
building on it, but seems you just like taking the same material from other playthroughs, and that means
Yes.
it's just like a slap in the face for me that
Yes.
I'm not doing good enough.
Yes! It's like what a stand-up comedian does every time. They just have one act for the whole year. And they use the same jokes every time.
You know, if we had a bigger viewer base, they would tell me these cheapo guy is stupid. You should come up with something else. But we don't have that.
No, we're still. Well, now we're 14 subs away from 100. Wow! It only took about 2+ years.
Please click subscribe right now.
No,
Just don't click the bell notification because that's annoying. Don't do that.
Aw, but I want to be annoying.
That's how you lose viewers.
That's how you-
I did you a solid right now, and
how
you
you
just
poop.
kind of backpedaled on that.
Oh, I'm always backpedaling. Anytime I'm playing PvP, I'm backpedaling, and I get killed. Team wipe. Don't ever backpedal in an MMO in PvP. Don't ever do it. Just don't even fucking do it. Don't even do it. You get killed every time.
Okay, so I have a topic for us right now for this episode right here.
Oh, great. Now you're really trying to do a wake-up slap
Yeah,
for content.
gamers, are you listening this one out? Yeah, Cheebo's gonna be suggesting that topic.
Okay. Well,
80 price for a game so far. What we have, Nintendo, then we have Xbox, and so far, what I heard, EA is gonna be sticking with the same formula, 60, 50, 70 games.
Really?
And yeah, actually EA stood on the same pillar that are right now. And I thought that EA would be the one, not EA, but Xbox and Microsoft would be on the same hill.
Yeah.
You know, because they have Xbox and they have like this multiple platform gaming thing that they have right now, you know, that they're gonna be releasing their exclusive titles or on other platforms as well. And I thought they would be like sticking to like 50, 60, you know, and shit like that. But seems they are increasing, and the Doom Dark Ages, when it came out, it's 80. When I checked on the Steam store, it's $79.99.
What? No way. Are you sure it's not like the
It is.
deluxe edition or something?
No. It's the actual game, $79.99.
Oh, hold on. Oh, wait. You're in Europe.
Yeah.
Oh, so pounds.
And that's why I was
okay.
surprised when I actually really wanted to purchase a game. When I saw the price check on it,
Yeah.
I was like, I really don't want to pay for a 12, 13-hour game that actually transitions into a Ukrainian girl's blowjob.
You're one of those guys that justifies the price for how long the game is. I see.
I'm not like that, you know, because there's certain tiers of games and what kind of enjoyment and entertainment they provide for you.
Yeah.
And to be honest, we have been spoiled for choice recently with all the indie games or the
Yep.
other studios that released their shit. Like, damn. I mean, I don't want to really bring up Baldur's 3 again, but
You should.
I mean, the hours provided for the price of the game is just like. I know some people that are running D&D that are using the actual game to run D&D right now.
Oh, yeah. It's pretty cool. Yeah, you can do that.
And there's hundreds of hours synced into a playthrough and all that shit. And then I think about, do I really want to do this? Do you really want to pay for a price like that? Of course, it's visually pleasing, it's good gameplay or whatever, but maybe along the road I may not like some certain aspects or new iterations. It's just like so many things that come into these, and
Jesus.
yeah, that's my little tantrum. Oh my god, render, good night.
Well, I'm gonna say that if the game is a nice, complete package and it justifies its price, then it's like, okay, I get it. Now, do these games necessarily need to have inflated budgets to make it a good game? No. And still charge $70, $80? No, I don't think that's. It's like just inflated budgets for anything doesn't make a game worth its price or worth the time doing it.
For them, like the CEO saying that we hired more people, inflation and shit like that, but our studio increased, that our quality of the game increased. Why would we care, you know?
Yeah. When this amazing game that I actually have, low key have, is Claire Obscura. That game's $50 and it's
Wait, isn't it like the Expedition 33?
Yep. It's a fantastic fucking game. It's only $50.
So far, what I've heard, it's actually phenomenal. I don't really want to praise the French, but they actually doing it.
La Révolution, blah blah blah. Yeah.
Oh, Sacre Bleu!
Yeah, the French, they're doing it, man.
Yeah.
Doing it. I'm just saying, like that
really
game.
popular, and I'm really happy for that because it's actually just proving how much budget. I think that they had like 3 million with certain investors. I think their story was from a dude that posted a really massive thread on the fucking Reddit of all places.
Oh yeah.
So, yeah.
So
Insane.
it's a team of like less than 40 developers or something.
Yeah, exactly what I said. 33 people actually.
Yeah. Expedition 33. Get it?
Yeah.
See, now he knows. Ah, fuck. Chiba might die here. I didn't mean to use rollout. Yeah,
Are we fine? Oh, I think we're fine.
He's got 2 bulk
No,
ups.
we're not. Oh, Jesus!
2 bulk ups. Yeah, after seeing Oblivion Remastered come out, that's $50. Looks amazing. It's the same game as it was back in 2006, but it looks nice. $50. The Bethesda and Xbox gonna be like, nah, make it 70 or 80. They could have done that, since it's like still considered a AAA game. They didn't. And then fucking Expedition 33 could have charged an arm and a leg for being a low budget game because they're like they need to make the money back real easily. No, you just make a good game and sell it for $50.
Wait, isn't it like, I think it's like 50. It's not like too bad to pay for this kind of game. I'm really forward to paying these like smaller developers each time. But I mean, I don't know if you know this, but like Borderlands 4 developer, what they did, they said like we're gonna be increasing our prices to 80 or even more depending on how much we're gonna scale this shit up. And you know what happened? Like people just like saying like, do you really have to do this? This game actually better really slap.
The thing is,
what was his reply was?
Yeah.
I don't really want to interrupt, but I want to finish this thought here. Just his thought that he replied to the criticism was just like, back in the day when it was 1994 on the Sega Genesis 2 GameCube Nintendo jerk-off system, I paid $80 when I was just working as a ice cream selling vendor, and I strapped my belt so tight to purchase this game and make sure I support the game and buy the game. Why you can't do that? This is not 1994, dude. Not anymore.
Nope. It's different times, man.
People are struggling. You know, it's like saying, "Oh my God, I can't believe you can't buy loot boxes after eating ramen for a month to support our game." You know, and I'm just like, dude, I hope you alienate your fucking gamers or like people that play your game to just fuck you over.
Yeah, even the dogs agree.
But anyway, I'm done with my tantrum about this. Like,
no, it's a beautiful tantrum. Okay, we're back. Okay, so what he's saying is the ends justify the means. That's his conversation. That's his point. But I say 2 wrongs don't make a right. How about it's been shitty forever? Video game pricing has been shit for a very long time. Especially the AAA games, they've always been fucking expensive and stuff like that. Licensed games and shit. Dude, people were spending on Super Nintendo, the Aladdin game, you spend like $60 to $70 for that game, and inflated, that's probably like $80 to $90 now, or even more. And that game's only like 30 minutes to an hour long. Like, holy fuck.
Jeez.
Yeah. So, you know, you can be... I mean...
stingy with that, but I mean...
But at the same time, it's like, it doesn't matter. Like... That's why indie developers are a blessing in disguise, because not all of their games are $60. They're like, oh, 20, 30, 40, at most 50, and that's great. And like 2 wrongs don't make a right. You know, just because AAA developers are doing it now and then making it expensive, and then back then making it expensive, it's been shit the entire time.
It actually all depends on delivery. I think if like the studio or like the developers have like the freedom to do whatever they want with the game and deploy the vision for the actual consumer to have like the best experience. Like you said, even if the game is like 30-40 minute long, and if it's like the most slapping story ever, and it leaves the viewer like crying watching the last cutscene and doing the last boss fight, they wouldn't mind the fucking 30-40 because it delivered really well. But right now, it's not so simple because it's not only like the big budget developer thing with the loot boxes, making it a live service or anything in between, but it's also like the political thing that they insert and do shit to get like money compensation from BlackRock because they want to indoctrinate everyone. And that really compiles into everything, and you're just kind of playing these games and you feel empty. I mean, already gamers are really jaded because they're kind of getting old right now, you know? All of us really want a good development and delivery of actually high quality games.
Yeah, so I'm gonna interject here. We have a bazillion games that come out every day in this day and age, like you were saying, all the way in the beginning. We're very spoiled. Back in the day, we didn't have a bazillion games coming out for like 12 different platforms and all that shit. So when we wanted to spend the money on the game, it was a risk because we didn't have the internet. All we had was gaming magazines and word of mouth. Okay, so that kind of justifies the price for something when other people are enjoying it too, and you tried it out. You're like, this is fucking sweet. I want this. That's how it was back in the day. It's like trade secrets almost. And then, and we could only play so much around as a kid, you know, because it's like it can only afford so much. Even adults, right? They would play these quality games, stick to it. It would justify the price for that. Nowadays, like you said, it's jaded, oversaturated. How can we? There's so many tales as old as time nowadays with AAA studios. Just
remakes as well.
Remakes, remasters, shitty ass new entries, quadruple gaming fucking games.
Yeah, and no inspiration.
So there's no trust in the big AAA market anymore. Not really.
And also, what you mentioned,
fucking trash.
like back in the day, these old gens that saw these developers, you know, back in the day that released some sort of like obscure cassette game, you know.
Yeah.
When they would get a bigger following, the bigger following would follow them, and they would give more money towards that, and that's how AAA actually formed up. You know, it's all came down to like the legacy products they released.
Yeah, that's how it's. So that's why Nintendo. That's why
it's so big.
That's why Nintendo has been making the same fucking Zelda and Mario games with the same story and everything for as far back as I can remember. So it's like, you know, when you're buying a Mario game, like a Mario Kart game, you're not just buying it because you want to play it. You're buying it because, like you said, the legacy is there.
Yeah, the trademark or whatever, like the fucking Ferrari image slapped upon a fucking thing, you know? Yes. Yeah, because
it's
almost the same thing.
Unless it's a new Pokemon game, then you're kind of like, should I buy this? Pokemon,
you know,
Pokemon's
I
like one of the
slam on that even more because there have been plenty of Game Freak's failures that came in with that. So
Pokemon's lost integrity over the past 5 to 10 years. But then, so you compare Nintendo's $80 price tag for Mario Kart and stuff like that. But like, I don't like it.
It's just the Japanese hating the gaijin. You know, we gotta extract more money from the Westerners.
Yeah, but like,
and they have the most amazing law team. If they get sued for any of this, they would win any kind of dispute ever.
Well, yeah, I was gonna say that because Mario Kart's their top-selling game, they justify it that way. Okay, $80 for a $450 to $500 console. Okay, yeah, we can probably get away with it. And then, so you compare that, and you compare it to Ubisoft as a company making games. You're like, Ubisoft, they start doing that, like, nobody would ever want to buy their games.
Yeah, but
they're already because they're a piece of shit company
the
already.
Niche games, and they're a piece of shit, and they're milking their franchise so much. But Nintendo can milk their franchise because it's a legacy franchise for really far back, because you would have this boomer dad that is like 50 years old.
Yeah.
The Switch 2 comes out and he's saying, oh, Mario Kart 16, I remember that shit. I gotta buy this play with my grandkids or whatever.
Exactly.
And they play it 2 times, forget about it, and they move on. This is the fucking thing that Nintendo is banking on, that they spend the money,
that's how
exchange the fucking dollaroos, and they're done with it, and they're just like, okay, it's done. We got
it. That's why, like I said, it's a tale as old as time. Because you did so well from the get-go with your legacy games, and you're still doing amazing work on profit and quality of game. That's how you get the big picture. It's the big picture, because a lot of other big companies, they just think about the singular game and what it can give you at that moment in time, not as a whole. And it's just, I'm like, what are you guys doing? You're just.
But it's really segregated in when like the legacy came in, because even as myself as a Eastern European, we didn't have really many consoles. I had like a few friends that actually had a PS1. Yeah. And we actually like invite like 6 people, 6 boys would come into a room with this one guy that had a PS1 and watch him play games, you know?
Yeah.
And we would get like these bootleg consoles to purchase, and we always would think about Mario and shit like that, like the big name games.
Yeah.
We didn't think about these lesser games, but when the time switched and like kept progressing forward, and there's more like engine shit, more consoles that come out that progress and offer more games, that's where the other ones came out.
Yeah.
And it all depends on when you actually like deployed your best shit in the market, and you really could not tell when you can deploy your best shit in the market, because the market was literally Tetris and ping pong, and this little guy comes in, the little Mario, and Pac-Man and whatever, they just like a little adventure thing, and billions of people are just like holding their heads and saying like, oh my god, this is the best shit ever.
Yeah, a lot of it, a lot of it's how you respond to criticisms too. Like Randy Pitchford, that's the Borderlands guy, right? That not many people really like anyway. I mean, the guy was selling his old dirty laundry at one point, for fuck's sake.
Yeah, he's like the fucking...
he's a weirdo.
What's the first city you visit in this crime? Whiterun?
Whiterun.
He's the Whiterun the seller, you know. I'm gonna sell my own sister for anything, you know?
Yeah. So, I that's funny. That's good old Skyrim deep lore, or early deep lore. Anyway, I was gonna say that how you respond to stuff like that makes a huge difference too, because I bet you anything that marketing stunt or whatever he said is gonna really hurt his sales in the end. Because it's like, listen, look, Borderlands. A lot of people do like the Borderlands franchise, despite the stupid, cringy, awful story and jokes and stuff. But the gameplay is still pretty solid.
Yeah, the game loop is like, actually one of the best.
But are you so confident in yourself and in your fucking product that you're going to justify $80 to match up with the new Mario Kart?
Exactly.
Yeah, and that's
what
how they
he
do
did,
it.
he actually put more fuel into the fire by actually giving more, how to say, negatives towards the consumer to just like... Because we had so many things like that there's like a random dev of a game comes out and says like, oh, if you're not enjoying this game, you're just a sexist bigot.
Yes,
and people see it on the fucking mainstream media, and they're like, I don't want to play this game because this guy said it.
Yes.
Because already it's $80 or whatever, and I just don't want to buy this. What could he done? Just like stayed quiet or just said, I really do not have a say in the price of the game. I really hope that the players enjoy whenever it comes out, or something really tame and really simple. But instead he just doubled down and said just like, oh, you're not a real Borderlands fan. You're not just like scrapping the bottom of your fucking wallet to purchase a game from us, you know?
Yes,
you're not a real fan.
Your game 500 out of the thousands that come out in a year. It's like, how are you going to justify... Like I said, he's the guy that says pretty much the ends justify the means. So that's pretty much how that always goes. And that's always like a big taboo when people do that type of philosophical explanation like that. Yeah, you know what really
because
sucks too? How this episode's got to end, because that was a big legacy episode. I liked it. That was
Big
good.
legacy episode. See you around, buddies.
All right, next time on Let's Plop. Legacy. Defiance. Old dirty
Winners
laundry.
up.
Dirty laundry.